Great morning, great morning, great morning. Hey, you guys, come on in. Come on in. I'm not going to be on here long, but there is something that the Lord has put in my spirit that I need to release as we are in the second day of December. I'm super excited about the month of December because it gives us yet more time to finish what it is that God has started in 2021, and we don't have to end not having completed or accomplished what it is that God has called us to accomplish. Now, the first thing that I got to accomplish is getting this darn light to act right. Okay. Can y'all say light act right? Because it is not acting right. Hey, Stacy, good morning. Hey, Sissy, good to see you. Y'all, this light, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me for just a second. Let me try to get this light to do what it's supposed to do instead of doing what it wants to do. I think my computer is too hot, and so it's acting up. But we're going to try to do it while we can. Right. Light act right. Okay. So we're going to try to do it while we can. So listen, you guys, listen. I told you guys that the month of December, is a month where we get to literally finish out and see the promises of God manifest. Those things that he's told us for 2021, right? And so it means, though, that there is some work that we have yet to do. Thank you. Yeah, I know blue is my color. Blue is my color, but I did not pledge Zeta. Although if I'd have pledged Zeta, I would have been rocking that blue all the time. Okay. But as we are finishing out the month of December, this is what I want to encourage you to do. See, God is saying that as we are making this shift, there are things that are changing in our lives, and we've got to change with it. How about that? There are things that are changing in our lives, and we've got to change with it. That means that we've got to adjust, stretch. Like, this is the time when it's getting real, real tight. Can anybody attest that it's been tight? It's been real tight. If you can attest that it's been tight for you, like tight, so tight that you almost want to quit. Like, if that's you, put me, right? It's been tight. And it's not just been tight for some people. It's been tight for a lot of God's people. Like, I'm talking about, it's a tightness. It's like, it's almost like, this is what it's like. It's like a snake has wrapped itself around you and it's squeezing the life out of you, right? It's like it's wrapped around and it's squeezing the light out. And you just want to say, I'm just going to give up the ghost, right? That's what you want to say because you feel like it would be easier to give up the ghost than to continue on. Well, listen, God said this is not the time to give up the ghost, that it's not over. It's not done. It's not finished. And so that means that you've got to keep holding on. So listen, imagine this. Imagine you have a snake wrapped around you and it is squeezing you. Then how in the world do you survive the squeeze? How in the world do you survive the squeeze? What you have to do is you have to tighten up. You have to tighten up. It requires you to tighten up in areas that maybe you've been lacking or slacking, or maybe you haven't taken it seriously. It requires you to tighten up. Why? So the squeeze won't break you. Now, if you tighten up, check this out. So if you tighten up, then what you can do after you tighten up is you can bust out. And God is trying to get us to a place where we bust out. That's what's going on. The tightness is so we can bust out. But you can't bust out if you're like, you can't do it. Now listen, me, like everybody else, I've been in the tight. It's been real tight. It's been so tight. Like, I'm thinking like, I just want to just quit. I just want to just give up. And y'all know me. I'm not a give up person. I'm not the person who says quit. That's not me. That's not who I am. That's not how I tend to roll. Y'all, this light don't want to act right. Okay. But listen, this is what we finna do. We finna finish this because I'm not going to be on long. I'm going to be off by 8 o'clock because I'm tightening up some stuff. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. I'm tightening up some stuff. And so I've got to be off by 8. So I'm being very conscious of my time. So listen, the enemy is not going to stop though. He's not going to stop what God is trying to encourage us with. He's not going to stop what God is trying to tell us. And you all listen, it is on us if we allow the enemy to cause us to back away from what God is doing, to back away from where God is taking us, to back away from God's promises in our life. It's on us. It's on us. If we do that, it's on us. It's not God's fault, and it's not even the enemy's fault. It's our fault, because God has given us the plan. He's mapped it out. He's laid it out, right? Good morning, Marquinta. Oh, thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. So that's a part of it, right? This new me, right? So check this out. Now, I love me, and I have loved my journey with my faux locks. And there was a season where, oh my God, this is a word right here. There was a season where my faux locks was helping my hair to grow, right? It was helping my hair to grow. But the season passed. How did I know the season passed? My hair began to thin. You know what that let me know? It is time for a change. See, our problem is we want to keep doing something because it worked in the last season. It fit in the last season. It helped in the last season, but that's not the season that you're in any longer. And for where God is taking us, we've got to make some adjustments. It means that we got to tighten some stuff up, things that we got away with, right? God covered us. His grace was sufficient. Now we got to get that stuff together. There's no more of that. Like, you literally got to get your mind right. You got to get yourself together. You got to do what it is that he's called you to do, and do it the way he's called you to do it. And you got to do it unapologetically. It's time for you to shift. It's time for the new you to come forth. Not in January, but now. New you now. Not new year, new you then. New you now. So that when January comes, you already in your new, right? You're already in your new, and you're just stepping into the new year. You're already in your new, and you're just stepping into the new year. And see, this is why it's so imperative that as children of God, we hear God for ourselves. Listen, it's great. It's great when I can give you guys a word, but right, when you've heard God for yourself, and then you hear my word, and my word confirms what God already said to you, then you know that you know that you know. Okay, God, I heard you for real. Now, it shouldn't take someone else saying it in order to confirm it for us. But listen, sometimes it does. Let's just be real. Sometimes we question ourselves. Sometimes we doubt ourselves. But baby, let me tell you something. You're stepping into a season where God is going to speak to you in ways that he's never spoken to you before. See, listen, distraction. He's going to speak to you in ways that he's never spoken to you before. He's going to say things to you that you may not have heard from him before. He's going to tell you to do some things that he may not have told you to do before. And he's going to give you an urge and a press to do it. He's going to tell you, listen, you can't wait to do this. You got to do this now. Get a sense of urgency about your life, about your mission, about your mandate. That's what God is doing right now. He is increasing the sense of urgency. He is increasing the sense of urgency. Now more than ever before, it is time for you to get a sense of urgency about what God has told you to do. Get a sense of urgency about the promises of God. Get a sense of urgency about knowing who you are in him and trusting who you are in him. Trusting that you hear him, because you do. You do. So now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Listen, I would encourage you to do what God says, the way that he says it, and when he says it, and trust that you've heard his voice. Now, just say if you feel like you're ready to hear him even clearer, if you feel like you're ready to take that even deeper, then you may want to consider joining the Forward Focus 21-day fast. Now, I'm looking for a group of people, and let me tell you who I'm looking for. Listen, everybody can participate in the fast, but I'm looking for a group of people that want to take that accountability to a deeper level. I'm talking about literally, with a daily call. That's us talking about, what we got out of it and what we saw and what we've discovered, right? A daily call. Did y'all hear what I said? Daily, every day for 21 days, right? The call will be in the evening, not in the morning, because in the morning I'll talk about it on a live, and we'll do that, and you can work through your questions, but you got to work through the questions. And I'm saying this for me too. This is not just for you guys. I'm saying this for me too. But I'm looking for some people who are ready to go deep, right? Who are ready to go deep, to hear God like never before, to dig deeper, to get even clearer than they are right now, and to really be able to move into the promises of God the way that he desires for us to. I refuse to go into 2022 not having accomplished anything that he told me to do in 2021. I refuse to go into 2022 not having seen manifestation of the promises that he's given me for 2021. So I don't know about you, but this thing is serious for me and I'm taking it seriously, right? So if that's you and you want to be one of those who goes deeper with me, right? It's a commitment now. And I'm going to send y'all out a little contract. Y'all got to sign the contract, right? I'm going to send y'all out a contract, right? Because I want you to learn to make commitments to you like you make commitments to other people. We'll sign a contract with somebody else and we'll keep that thing, boy. We'll keep that bad boy. But when it comes to us, not so much. Well, not anymore. It's time to make you just as important, if not more important, than you make these other people who you're so determined to make sure they're good. It's time to make sure you're good. Okay? So if that's you, say, I'm ready to go deeper. Or just put deeper, 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 deeper. And let's go deeper together. Let's take this journey together. Let's commit to one another. Let's hold one another accountable. Let's lift one another up in prayer. And that's what we're going to do. Like, we're really going to take this thing to another level, another dimension, so that we can really get deeper in God. Hear what we need to hear, see what we need to see, and do what we need to do. Baby, I'm in beast mode. This year ain't over, and I'm not done. So if you thought you were going to count me out, baby, you counted wrong. You need to recalculate, recalibrate, count again, because your girl is getting ready to close this year out super strong. And this month, I'm going to release something very special for the new year. I'm going to release something very special for the new year. And it's not going to be for everybody, but who it's for will know it's for them. And they'll do what they need to do it. But I'm getting ready to release something for the new year because God has done some things in me in 2021 that have taken me, my life, my mindset to a whole new dimension. And I'm ready to tell you guys how you can tap into that and how you can take yours to the next dimension for you, right? Because I believe that dimensional shift is the hardest one. It's not as hard to shift from level to level. But when you shift from one dimension to another, see, many of you have been living your life in 1D. Some of you have been living your life 2D. Some of you may have even been living your life in 3D. But baby, we about to go to 4K. Okay? We're taking it to another dimension. Let's get ready to do what it is that God has called us to do, the way that he's called us to do it. So if you want to join us on the 21-day fast and you want to really go deeper with it, make that commitment for those 21 days, type deeper in the comments and I'll make sure that you, me, or my team will make sure that you get in position so that you'll have what you need. We're starting December the 4th. December the 4th, we're starting our fast. So you want to get in position now so that I can get to you what you need to be able to do it. If you have Forward Focus 21 Volume 1, that's great, but that's not what we're working from. We're working from Volume 2. So I want to make sure you have what you need to be able to do just that. You guys, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And know this, I love you all to life and life more abundant. Be amazingly and incredibly blessed. Know that God is taking you deeper. Are you ready? Let's shift. Be blessed. Mwah.